Hello, my name is Jeff Groat, Executive Vice President of Lion Company, and welcome to episode 8 of The Roar and the Reason. Today, I have a special guest, Greg Peterson from Schneider Electric,
Thank you.
from the Valve and Actuator team.
Yes.
Greg has taken a lead with the Valves and Actuators just as of late. How long have you been doing this, Greg?
Actually, 6 years.
About 6
I've been involved
years.
with Valves and Actuators, yes.
Well, when you spread your career out over 30 years like mine and 22 that I've known you,
Yeah.
6 years is nothing.
Nothing. Absolutely.
It's
It goes by so quickly, it's crazy.
It certainly does.
Yeah.
A little bit about the Lion Company. Lion Company is the operating company for 6 other companies. And the subsidiaries of the Lion Company is Wadsworth Solutions, Wadsworth Service,
Yeah.
Wadsworth Energy, Imperial Mechanical, Warner Mechanical, and Wave Electric. Those are the 6 companies that make up the Lion Company. And today, we're here to talk with Greg. He's kind enough to come in and do a presentation to our team here at Wadsworth in our headquarter office in Perrysburg, Ohio. And Greg, it's great to have you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure being here. You have incredible company, great people. The atmosphere is incredible. Everybody's happy to be here.
And we appreciate
It's
that.
fantastic.
So why are we here? We're here to talk about valves and actuators. And I'll say this again, and I've said this before. Let's talk about the 3,000-pound elephant sitting in the living room, and that is valves and actuators, and what's happened to the line of business over the last 6 years, 5-6 years with COVID-19. And Greg, you guys faced a lot of challenges with the global supply chain shortages that we experienced, and quite honestly, it certainly took its toll on the valve and actuator business. And to no fault of one single person, there was a lot of attributing factors that caused the problems that we had in the line. It went from everything from component shortages to valve stems and others. And I'm also here today to tell people, not just that we're meeting with Schneider Electric, Greg Peterson, Jill Weaver was in town, Kyle Meyer, and Jason Belcastro, and others. Wadsworth is committed to, after 40 years as a partner, we're committed to re-entering the arena with Schneider Electric on valves and actuators. And we're quite excited. And I'm even more excited now than I was last night when you guys got into town. And
Excellent.
I think you got some great products, and one of the products I want to talk to you about today is what we call a PIC valve, the pressure independent control valve. And what I've seen come out of Schneider in the last couple of months, and our team is now buying more and more PIC valves. I call it PIC valves. You're going to call it something else.
Yes.
I know that.
Yeah.
But to us, that's innovation. That's sexy. It's great engineering. It's moving in the right direction. And I'm here to tell the partners and other people, Wadsworth is committed to moving back in the direction of Schneider Electric. We believe that you guys are making the correct moves within the organization to, A, become more transparent, B, have better on-time delivery, and having a quality product that we can put in and install the first time and know it's going to work and feel good about it. So, Greg, I guess I'll just tell people one thing, that I've known you for 22 years. I mentioned that you and I worked together. When I moved to Schneider Electric
A long time ago.
22 years ago, you were one of the first people that I met in Dallas, Texas, and we've known each other ever since.
Yeah, and it's been great. It's been
been a
really
pleasure.
good. It's so good to come back and see you. You're doing so well, and this company is incredible that you've built here. Of all the companies that go out and see, you walk in here like, this is a first class operation, right?
Thank you. We
and
appreciate that.
You guys have welcomed us with open arms, and we have had our problems, right? Through COVID, component issues, shortages, and migrating from one ERP system to another, moving our factory to Monterey. So you guys felt all of that, right? And I can honestly say that I could definitely see things turning around, right? And it's taken a little bit of time. And what I mean by that is, every day I look at our orders and our shipments, right? And when the crop started hitting the fan, my backlog started increasing tremendously, from like maybe $500,000 a month over month to $3-4 million, right? So we knew we're in big trouble. But the company looked at businesses. Okay, what units do we have to improve on and all that stuff, and the valve business rose right to the top, right? So now we have Jill Weaver, who's heading this is heading a new team. I was really one person.
New initiative, right?
This new initiative to get back into the game of valves and actuators, right? So we've done some really unique things that's helped out a great deal. We know we have a lot of work to do. And one of those was we now have a dedicated offer manager who just focuses on valve and actuator. We've never really had that before. So our roadmap is pretty strong. We're going to start filling a lot of gaps. But more importantly, our forecasting is getting better. We're shipping orders. I'm back below that $500,000 a month backlog, and we are seeing orders flow through seamlessly. Is it perfect? No, we still have bumps in the road, but we have a customer service person that is dedicated to valve and actuators that has direct access to our factories and distribution centers. So when we do have issues with orders, her name is Janelle, and she's on the phone contacting them. When can we ship this? We have to fly parts in from Sweden. We'll do that, right? To help our customers meet the needs of their customers, because we know how important it is for you guys to have the products that you need. And new products we got coming out. We're coming out with the stainless steel disc. We're revamping our butterfly valve line. We're changing the part numbers to make it much easier to configure and order. We added a stainless steel disc at 175-pound close off. And we have a 285-pound close off. So that product line all the way up to 20 inches. So we've increased the sizes because we've had a lot of demand for larger sizes. And that's working out really well. So, it's in our new catalog right now. So we're transitioning over to that. And the pressure independent valve, it's a product that's been out there for like 10 years.
Yeah, no. Tell me more about the Schneider version of this. I can't wait.
This is exciting. It's really exciting to me because we have huge benefits over some of our competitors. It's a smaller package. It's actually a pressure independent balancing control valve, right? The balancing piece is really crucial because that's actually built into the valve. There's actually a diaphragm in there. So regardless of what the system pressure is, the valve is going to give you and deliver that flow that you set that valve to. So if you have a coil that's, you match the flow, the design flow, let's say is 5 GPM, you set the valve to 5 GPM, and that's the max we'll deliver to that valve. So what does that do, right? It prevents a lot of overflow that we currently have, that we've been designing buildings for the past 50, 100 years, doing a CV calculation based on a differential pressure that changes all the time, right?
Right.
Our pressure independent valves don't care what the pressure in the system is, right? We'll still operate and we'll deliver and flow to that coil at a good flow rate, so you have the most efficiency getting out of those coils because you're not overflowing it. Typically in a building you have a pump at the bottom of the building, and the equipment furthest away from that pump gets starved, right? But the pressure independent valves, it doesn't overuse flows to those coils because we're restricting it, right? Because it's a flow setter. So the valve is 3 devices in one. It's a control valve, a differential pressure sensor, and it's a flow setter, right? So it's 3 in 1. You don't have to put in manual balancing valves. The cool thing about the product, it will give you a balancing 7 days a week, 365 days a year, right?
Right.
Typically, when you turn over a building to a new customer, the building gets balanced, right? Then after that, over years of usage and stuff like that, people, mechanics, maintenance people go in, they start messing around with the valves, adjusting the manual flow setters and stuff like that. The system gets out of balance, right? And then as the equipment wears in the system like that, the flows on is great. But what the pressure independent valve does give you balancing, like I said, 365 days a year, 7 days a week. And what does that do to our customers, right? That saves them a tremendous amount of money. The end user, the operational cost. Because as we know, the operational cost, the building gets older and older. The operational
costs goes up. Yeah, escalates significantly.
And the only other time a building is primarily recommissioned or balanced is when you're adding to the building, right? Or you're making major renovations, right? And that's the only time that's done. And that's very, very, very expensive, right?
Well, nobody goes, hey, I want to go rebalance my building.
Oh, yeah, nobody does.
I mean, nobody's going to do that. It's not something that we do, right?
It's a really, really big expense.
So, 2 questions for you. One, so just see if I got this right.
Mm-hmm.
We have a pressure independent control valve is typically what we
balancing
call it. This is
control
what we
valve.
typically call it. But what you're telling me is the uniqueness of the Schneider valve is the B, balance.
Yes, balancing, yeah.
I got it. Okay. And the second thing that you mentioned that's unique to the industry, and it sounds like it's a trend that's changing a little bit, is the stainless steel seats. Is that something new to the business, something we never offered before, or it's just more popular today?
Well, the stainless steel is becoming more it's what people expect because it lasts longer, right?
Okay.
So we have, brass and stainless steel. We offer both. Some of our product lines, like our VB2000s, we went to total stainless steel trims. We obsoleted the brass trims because we're actually, and effectively because of the volumes we were doing, offer the stainless steel at the same price as the brass. So, it was a huge advantage. But, in competitive situations, the brass is less expensive. So you use those for those applications. So, that's one of the benefits of the valve. We look at things and we try to make adjustments, to benefit our customers and our end users.
Certainly. So, Greg, we keep these kind of short so people actually can watch them in their entirety. Sure. I will tell you, as I tell everybody else that's watching this podcast, Wadsworth Solutions is committed to moving forward.
Thank you for that.
We are certainly going back to Valves and Actuators by Schneider Electric. We know there's some gaps, and we realize that it's going to take a period of time, especially on the adaption side, the creation of assemblies. And I know you guys have a plan to fill those gaps. But I really wanted to get out there today and say, hey, we're looking at the butterfly valves. We've been a leader in the building automation industry for many, many years, over 40 years as a Schneider partner. Yeah. And quite frankly, we're well known in the industry. And absolutely. I'm telling you today that we're committed. We bleed Schneider green, you know that. We always have. Yeah. But we also realized that there was a significant problem. There were some challenges that Schneider faced. But today's our party of saying, hey, we're going to do this. You guys brought great representation in to see us today. We really appreciate that. A whole team of people trying to earn our business back. We're excited about it. I know you're excited about it.
Absolutely.
And I want to thank you.
Oh, no,
appreciate you coming in and joining us today.
I want to thank Wadsworth. You guys provide solutions, to your customers, and we work together to provide solutions for each other, for our partners and our customers. And you can't do anything better than that, right?
No, sir.
Right. And the 40 years that you guys have spent with Schneider Electric throughout all those years, you got very dedicated. And, we appreciate the opportunity, your honesty and frankness as far as, how, what we do with valves and actuators, right? We're all on the same team.
Absolutely.
We're all driving to the same end game, and we really appreciate Wadsworth's business and commitment. Totally.
Well, Greg, I appreciate it. You guys, you've traveled, all of you guys come in from different parts of the country, and we're happy to have you. We're glad we did this. And now it's measure, move forward, and we're excited. I know Schneider's excited, and let's make this happen.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks again, sir.
You bet.
Appreciate it.
Great job.